Welcome back to Billy Goat Tales, where we navigate the maps of the mindset that lead to real treasures in life and in cryptocurrency. I'm Rich Smothers, and today's Motivational Mindset Series, we're going to be charting the course with Robert Glazer's compelling new book release, The Compass Within. Now, folks, in a world pulling you every which way but loose, with the market mania that's happening one day after another, and the quiet doubts that are resting in your head, this book isn't about chasing the wind. It's a gentle parable wrapped in practical truth, showing how your core values become that unerring inner guide, pointing true north when the fog rolls in. If you've ever felt the tug between what pays the bills and what feeds the soul, let's unpack the wisdom that turns drift into actual direction. Now, let me start with the heart of it all. Your values aren't just nice words on a wall or on your vision board. They're the quiet convictions that steady the ship through any storm. Glazer spins this through Jamie, a sharp manager staring down the crossroads at work, really. It's a good book. You got to read it. His boss demands a tough call on a loyal team member, one that clashes hard with Jamie's sense of honor and trust. It's that moment we all know. The gut twist when ambition whispers one thing, but something deeper says, hold on. And here's the gold. Values like integrity, teamwork, and putting people first aren't add-ons. They're the frame that holds your life square. In the crypto game, where fortunes flip on a tweet, or in the daily build of family and purpose in the real world, ignoring them, they leads to a hollow win for you. Glazer, the author, says lean in. Name those non-negotiables early. What stirs your blood for good? What line won't you cross? That's your compass, etched not in gold, but in the choices that echo true wealth to you. Now, discovery. That's where the real work begins, like panning for nuggets in a familiar stream. Glazer doesn't hand you a list. He invites reflection, the kind that sifts through the silt of your days. Jamie's story kicks off in a frustration, really. A performance review that feels more like a cage than a conversation. Does that sound familiar? That irritation, that quiet rebellion, you know what I'm talking about. It's your signal, waving you towards the values buried beneath. So take a breath, pull out a notebook, and revisit those flashpoints. The deal that soured your stomach, the relationship that drained more than it gave, the community that pulled you in and asked you to join that you may have ignored. Just ask this: what mattered most there? What felt like home? It's persistence in the quiet, habits of honest inventory taking of yourself, building emotional intelligence one memory at a time. Glazer shares how this uncovers rarity, your unique code, the principles that set you apart without apology. In my years watching markets and men, I've seen it time and time again. Those who pause to dig find direction that outlasts any bull run. Know who you are. Know what makes you tick. But knowing's only half the map. applying it across life's 3 big domains. That's the journey. Glazer breaks it down very cleanly: relationships, career, and community. I'll say that again: relationships, career, and community. In relationships, values are the bridge of love and honor, the steady hand that chooses understanding over winning the argument. Jamie, in the book, learns this, defending his teammates' honesty, seeing how trust, once broken, leaves scars deeper than any spreadsheet. Think of it in your inner circle, whether trading insights with fellow holders or mending fences at home with your family. Lead with the value of empathy and watch bonds form that weather any type of recession. Career-wise, it's alignment or bust. No more grinding gears against a role that mocks your core. Glazer's parable shows Jamie's weighing the corporate ladder against his authentic stride, choosing the path that honors action over being acclaimed. Constantly ask yourself, does this venture feed the fire of service or just the itch for more? Pivot toward what resonates with you, and success shifts from scramble to realness, to flow, to obtainment. Then community, that wider web where true wealth multiplies. Glazer paints it as the soil of your roots, giving back not as a duty, but as the natural outpouring of values lived large, your values. Jamie has a story in that part. I'm not going to go into it. I want you to read this book, but it makes a great illustration. Let me just say this: emotional intelligence shines in this section. Reading the room's unspoken needs, responding with the grace that turns acquaintances into allies. Now, Glazer does warn, misalignment in any domain of the 3, it does ripple out, breeding burnout or regret. But harmony is what we're seeking. And that's the sweet spot where career fuels community, relationships ground your work, and all of us sing in tune with our inner guide. Now, one last thing. Here's the profound pivot that Glazer offers. Once uncovered, let those values lead, not lag. It's not rigid rules I'm talking about, but a living compass, your living compass. Flexible in the how, but firm in the why. This feeds right into our cornerstones at Billy Goat Tales, our 10 cornerstones, which you can find on www.billygoattales.io. Check out our website. You're going to see that these types of stories are the stuff that life's made of. This is how you win. This is how you succeed. These are the tools that we're putting in your toolbox so that you can go out and become the very best version of yourself. If you like what you heard today, please hit the subscribe button and catch us next time on Motivational Mindset and Billy Goat Tales.